Floyd is crazy for him to think that this guy will be A side. It's ridiculous, and that's the problem though. That's where it's gonna make a difficult fight happen with myself and Tank Davis because of that.
You think he's still the A side versus Tank after the Triller fallout?
See, we talk about A sides, B sides, and C sides, and D sides, and all that stuff. In reality, man, it's about just making the fights happen. So yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Look, he did 150,000 K views, right, on his last fight. 100 pay-per-view, right? 150,000 pay-per-view buys. You know, but you got to really think about it. Tank Davis wouldn't be Tank Davis without Floyd Mayweather. Teofimo Lopez is Teofimo Lopez without Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. That means
Do your math, do your research. Teofimo don't need and I respect all those fighters, man. Ryan Garcia couldn't be Ryan Garcia without social media and Canelo.
And Oscar.
Yeah, see this? And Oscar, right? I did it the right way. I did it the hard way. I did it the real way. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't disrespecting nobody's set. I just say it like that, man. Come on, y'all gotta see this, man. Y'all gotta see this. It's just gonna take a little more time with me because that's what's everything. Everything takes time.
That was Teofimo Lopez claiming he's the A-side over Gervonta Davis. Now today, Teo is claiming he's the A-side over Devin Haney, despite the fact that he already lost to Kambosos and Devin Haney is undisputed. Therefore, we know what type of delusion Teofimo Lopez comes with. He lied to the world that he was retired, so on and so forth, only to get exposed by Bob Arum in less than 24 hours. Now, supposedly, Teofimo Lopez came out of retirement and called out Devin Haney, or better yet, clout chased Devin Haney. Because if Teo lied about retirement, what makes you think he's serious about fighting Devin Haney? This ain't the first time Teofimo Lopez pretended that he want to fight Devin Haney. Remember, Teofimo Lopez got exposed for lying. On two different occasions, Teofimo Lopez claimed he sent Devin Haney a contract. On one occasion, Teo said he sent Eddie Hearn a contract. Then Eddie Hearn came out, stating that he never received anything. That was a complete lie. On the second occasion, Teofimo Lopez was claiming he was going to send Devin Haney and George Kambosos a contract. Whoever get back to him first, that's who he was going to fight. Come to find out, he never sent Devin Haney a contract, and even Bob Arum confirmed that. So we talking about a professional liar here. That's why Teo should change his nickname to Teofimo the Cap over Lopez. I mean, that nickname fit him like a tailor suit. Due to that, I don't believe Teofimo Lopez is sincere when he called out Devin Haney. Do I want to see the fight? Absolutely. But do I believe the fight is going to happen? Absolutely not. After all, Teo asked for $20 million to fight Devin Haney. If that won't tell you everything you need to know, nothing will. Now, before we move any further, the WBO confirmed that Teofimo Lopez does not have any mandatory at the moment in time because his mandatory wouldn't be due until a year from now since he beat a champion for the title in Josh Taylor, which means there is no possible way Devin Haney can force the fight with Teofimo Lopez through the mandatory position until a year from now. That's why I told you guys, Bob Arum is a cold son of a gun. With this move, he forced Teo to go unretired. Then, he tried to make Devin Haney vacate the WBO belt at 135 in order to challenge for the WBO belt at 140 that was supposedly going to go vacant, right? Now, if Devin failed for that trap, he would have had been stripped of the WBO title at 135 to fight for nothing at 140, since Teofimo Lopez doesn't have a mandatory according to the WBO at the moment in time. So the old, cold son of a gun Bob Arum tried to hit two birds with one stone here. In fact, you could say Bob Arum tried to hit three birds with one stone. However, he ended up only eliminating two. One of the two is that Teofimo Lopez's next fight won't be a mandatory, which means Teofimo Lopez cannot take the fight to purse bid to F with Bob Arum, the cold son of a gun. Furthermore, recently Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney went back and forth where Teo said, coming out of retirement because the next move was for Devin Haney to fight sorry-ass Barboza for my WBO championship title at 140. F that. I'm tired of helping this kid be something that he's not, and that's a real champ. Well, first of all, Barboza can't be all of that sorry since Teo didn't even want to fight him in the past. Second of all, you guys saw the reports. It was the WBO that contacted Devin Haney, not the other way around. Since Devin Haney is the undisputed champion, the WBO let him know that he has this option to move up in weight and fight for the 140-pound vacant title if Teofimo Lopez is officially retired. Third of all, how is Kambosos beating Teofimo Lopez and nearly killing him helping Devin Haney out when Devin beat the man that beat Teo, who nearly killed him according to Teo himself? You know what Teo should do? He should thank Devin Haney for beating the bully Kambosos that nearly killed him, because we know Teo didn't have the cojones to fight Kambosos again. He turned down the rematch in Australia. So Devin Haney had to be the man to step up to the plate to fight and beat Kambosos 2 times, not just 1 time, in his own country. Moreover, Teo called out Devin Haney. However, this is how we know it's cap. Teo said, "No, you will not be on that A side. I hold the king title of the division as well, so don't run away." And he called Devin Haney the B word. Now, we all know who has been running away and tried to run away all the way to Australia to avoid the Devin Haney undisputed fight at lightweight. Devin Haney is the reason why Teo is not undisputed today. All because Teo didn't have the cojones to fight Devin Haney. More importantly, notice how Teo, as soon as he called out Devin, immediately he started talking about the A side. If you serious about making a fight, you're not going to be talking about A side, B side, at least not publicly, before negotiations even begin. That's how you know Teo is all cap. Especially when Teofimo Lopez Sr. went from asking for $10 million in front of Teofimo Lopez himself to asking for $20 million to fight Devin Haney now. How you go from asking for $10 million when Teo was still undefeated to asking for $20 million after Kambosos nearly killed Teo? Make it make sense. But we all know what time it is. The oldest, dustiest trick in the book to duck is to outprice yourself or claim that you're the A side when you're not. Apparently, Teo haven't gotten the memo. This ain't 2020. You are left behind. Devin Haney is clearly the A side. That's a fact. It's not up for debate. The A side is who brings more money and who makes more money. Well, factually speaking, Devin Haney makes more money. 3 times to 4 times more money than Teo. I mean, it's not even close. Devin Haney has been making more money than Teo his entire career. There isn't a fight where Teo made more money than Devin Haney. So, what the heck is he talking about claiming he's the A side? In fact, Devin Haney has made more money than both Teo and Shakur combined. If you take a look at Devin Haney's salary for his last couple fights and you compare that to what Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson made their last couple fights, even after you add both Shakur and Teofimo Lopez salaries together, Devin Haney still made more money by far. That's a fact. That's not up for debate. People lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. After all, the A side is mainly determined by who makes more money, right? Then, according to them standards, Devin Haney is the A side. Devin Haney fought on pay-per-view, something Teo has never done. I see a lot of people try to discredit Devin Haney selling more than 150,000 on pay-per-view his last fight. But that's more numbers than Gennady Golovkin first fight on pay-per-view. More importantly, Devin Haney sold more pay-per-views than Teofimo Lopez's entire pro career. You know why that is? That's because Teo never fought on pay-per-view. Tio was supposed to fight on pay-per-view. However, his numbers were flopping so much to the extent where he caused Thriller, an entire network, to collapse because it was such a flop. So that fight went off pay-per-view to free the zone. There's a reason why Tio hasn't fought on pay-per-view yet. He can't even sell the lie that he's undisputed. He can't even sell the lie that he retired. So how the heck you think he's gonna sell pay-per-view that actually costs money? Moreover, if you want to talk about who has the better resume, that's not for debate either, because Devin Haney is higher on the pound-for-pound list today for a reason. Tio is not even on the pound-for-pound list, while Devin is number 3 on the pound-for-pound list. Even old media has Devin Haney on their top 5 to top 10 pound-for-pound list. Devin and Tio both beat Lomachenko the same exact way. The only difference is, according to old media standards, the Tio versus Loma fight was boring, while Devin versus Loma was one of the most exciting fights of all time. Therefore, Tio has a solid resume, don't get me wrong, but Devin has a greater resume. From beating Linares, Jojo, Kambosos twice in Australia, and Lomachenko back-to-back-to-back. Teofimo Lopez can't compete with that because Kambosos nearly killed Tio. He beat the crap out of Teofimo Lopez. He beat the delusion out of Teofimo Lopez for a couple of days. However, he came right back to him, obviously. But Devin beat Kambosos 2 times in Australia, where he completely washed him. Therefore, you can't even compare the resumes, since Devin Haney destroyed the man who nearly killed Tio. So to all of the race fans that say Teofimo Lopez will destroy Devin Haney, well, save that theory for later, since Kambosos already destroyed that fantasy. Additionally, when Tio said that he's the king of 140 because he beat Josh Taylor, well, that can't be the case, because the king of the division has to be Jack Catterall then, since Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor before Teofimo Lopez did, technically. And if you want to talk about tickets and popularity, well, that's not up for debate either, since Devin Haney versus Lomachenko sold 15,000 tickets, while Teofimo Lopez, on his biggest fight against Josh Taylor, he fought in a movie theater where they sold less than 5,000. Man, Teofimo Lopez fought in a movie theater. Think about that. He couldn't even fight in a real arena. He had to fight in a movie theater because he can't sell tickets even with J-Lo help. So while Devin Haney sold more than 70,000 tickets combined for his last 3 fights, Tio sold approximately less than 10,000 tickets for his last 3 fights. They deadass probably have movie theaters with the same amount of seats the theater Teofimo Lopez stay fighting in. And if you want to talk about social media following, well, Devin Haney has 2.5 million on Instagram, while Tio only has 800,000, approximately 865,000. So how is Tio the A-side when Devin Haney is still undefeated, while Teofimo Lopez already lost and nearly got killed in the ring? And Devin Haney beat that same man that nearly killed Tio. If you want to say, oh, well, because Teofimo Lopez is the champion while Devin Haney is not, that's not true, because Devin Haney is the undisputed champion at 135. This fight will be champion versus champion. The undisputed champion moving up in weight to fight the one-belt champion, the WBO champion at 140, Teofimo Lopez. So at the moment in time, Devin Haney's worth is way more than Teofimo Lopez, since Devin is more popular. He makes more money. He's the A-side. And he's also the undisputed champ. Something Tio has never became. Tio has never became undisputed. That's why he's not in the history books as an undisputed champion. He could lie to himself. However, the truth is, he's not undisputed. But Devin Haney is. Devin Haney is an active undisputed champion. He has not vacated any of his titles at 135. He just defended his undisputed title twice and his WBC title 7 times already when he's only 24 years old. However, let's say the WBO order the fight a year from now. Well, guess what? Devin Haney will end up getting the higher purse because he's a champion moving up in weight. And when they calculate the purse bid, it's a ratio based on the fighter's last 3 salaries. It's not a set number. Therefore, the split may end up being 80-20 in favor of Devin Haney. The reason why is because Devin Haney is the A side in all of the departments. This is a fact. That's not up for debate. I already brought up the statistics, which, like I said before, people lie, men lie, women lie. Tio definitely lies, but numbers don't lie. And numbers say Devin Haney is the A side in all of the departments. That's why if the fight goes to purse bid a year from now, he may end up getting an 80-20 split in Devin Haney favor. Even then, you never see Devin Haney flex his A-side muscle when it comes to making a fight before he even negotiate with his opponent, like Teofimo just did. The reason behind that, Devin Haney showed us time and time again, he's about that action. He's not about that clout chasing like Teofimo Lopez or pretending in order to look good for the public. Therefore, Devin Haney already told Teofimo Lopez, let's go. He already accepted to fight Teofimo Lopez next. So the ball is in Teofimo Lopez's court. The fight is going to happen dependent on Teofimo Lopez. After all, Tio just lied about retirement. So what makes you think Tio is not lying about fighting Devin Haney next? You know, when Tio said that he never asked for the $20 million, that was his dad, this, that, and the third, trying to save face after everyone cooked them. Well, the interesting part is that Teofimo Lopez was standing right there next to his dad when Teofimo Lopez Sr. 2 years ago asked Eddie Hearn for $10 million initially to fight Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez never corrected his father, telling Eddie Hearn, don't listen to my dad, talk to me. I'll make the decisions. Here my realistic number. I want $5 million. Yeah, I only made $1 million my last fight, but I deserve $5 to fight Devin Haney. Because the fighter I hate the most from the race I envy the most, Devin Haney, has a high probability to win. If Tio did something similar to that, then we could believe Tio right now. However, when Tio was right there standing next to his dad, agreeing to everything, every single thing, for years, Tio never said anything. All of a sudden, he's attempting to save face by claiming, that wasn't me. As if Tio Sr. will do and say anything without his son's permission. But the thing about Teofimo Lopez, the worst weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera, word to my man Dante. So I don't know if Tio thinks all of the contradictions that he said out of his own mouth, not his dad's mouth, some way somehow disappeared. When he was telling Regis, why are you making it about the money? It's not about the money. That lets me know that you're not confident and you don't think you could win. That lets me know that you cocky, this, that, and the third, right? This is what Teofimo Lopez said leading up to his last fight, not a decade ago. Fast forward till today. All of a sudden, now Tio is telling Devin Haney, I'm the A side. Now Tio is making it all about the money. Like, wait a minute. I thought Tio told Regis, why are you making it about the money? Now Tio is making it about the money when it comes to Devin Haney, straight up contradicting himself. And that's exactly what Teofimo Lopez has been doing this whole entire time when it comes to the Devin Haney fight. Nothing but contradictions left and right. I can't even count. So we shall see if Teofimo Lopez claiming that he wants to fight Devin Haney is just another lie as claiming that he's retired, or if he's actually going to go through with it. Realistically, with the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wait, no. Did I come here for nothing? If you win, do you promise that it's Devin and Loma and
for
Lopez?
$20 million,
Don't you price yourself out like that. Don't listen to him.
$20
listen to people that's
million.
listening. No, listen.
You know you love money, mother. Come on, bro.
20? All right,
$20
you
million.
heard it. It takes $20 million to get
$20
that
million.
You see what he said.
Teofimo Lopez versus Haney after we put.
We don't need to do that shit, bro. We do that shit inside the ring, bro.
Let's make it happen.
You gotta do that shit inside the ring, bro.
Do it.
African person. Don't do it.
Never been. Not on my blood. Never been, bro. I'm make it happen. Yo, you've been fed from a silver spoon your whole life.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. You ain't for nobody, bro.
I ain't want to go. What happened to the meeting with Bob? 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 Exactly. What happened to the meeting? No, I'm not anybody. What?
We gotta stop fucking talking shit and get in the fucking ring. Anytime. Man, we ready, bro. You know what they calling you out.
Anytime. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's do it, bro.
I'll take this shit up.
Quick 3 questions, man. Fans are curious to know, prior to Teofimo announcing the Kambosos fight, he said that he is sending you a contract. Whatever happened to that contract, and did it ever arrive?
Here, the end of April, beginning of May is my fight day. Well, my fight month. Guess who? We're in the works of it. We're gonna throw contracts at Devin. We're gonna throw contracts at Kambosos. Whatever we get back with, as long as we find a medium, we all agree on the terms, then that's your fight. They're all gonna know. Why you think Devin said April? Everything's already falling into place, ladies and gents. Y'all just gotta wait. Y'all so impatient. It's gonna come. All of it's gonna come. Y'all just gotta be patient with it. These things don't come overnight.
Whatever happened to that contract, and did it ever arrive?
I mean, it's funny that you said that because I didn't even think about it, but he did say that he was sending me a contract, and I never received it. So, I mean, that just show you what it is. He's all cap. He say one thing, and then he say a different thing in this interview and another thing in that interview.
Okay, Tio is now claiming that after Kambosos fight, he's going to send you an offer, but you're going to outprice yourself in his words.
If we have to fight Haney to shut everybody up, we'll do it. But I guarantee you that fight is not going to happen. Why? Because he's going to overbid himself, man. I already know it. You know, he knows we got his number.
Hopefully, he gets over Linares.
You think he wins that fight?
I think he could win that fight. They ain't never gonna fight us, man. They scared of us. They're never gonna fight us. They're gonna freaking outprice themselves or whatever it is. But we're gonna try to get that fight.
After some fans are thinking it's the other way around.
After this fight with Kambosos, we're going after all these freaking the so-called kings, which they not. Give us 10 million. We fight Devin tomorrow.
Devin,
How much?
10 million.
Okay.
You can do that?
oh shit.
Yeah.
You good?
Let's do it.
You won't be allowed. That's the problem. You won't be
You're
allowed.
talking to the wrong people. You gotta talk to me.
Extremely annoying shift later.
No, I'm saying I'm a little bit disappointed. He said it depends on the price. I mean, come on, you have the belt. That's all the price that you need. You know, my eye is on the prize. You know, what is wrong with these fighters today? You know what I'm saying? Why are they talking about money? Because it basically shows me they're just cocky. They're not confident.
Even though it was Tio who requested 10 million to fight you.
Right. We never even got far as negotiating because they never even, you know what I'm saying, even wanted to get that far to negotiate a price or whatever the case may be. So the fact that he just saying that off the bat, just before we even talk about money, just shows you that he's just trying to make up any excuse.